Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on Toned In Entertainment, where we love pop culture. Today, it's time for another Married with Children episode review. Now the Bundys, they're not known for partaking in the finest of dining experiences, but what happens when they come into just a little bit of money and can afford to do so? Well, they're definitely gonna leave a long-lasting impression on this restaurant as I get on with my Married with Children episode review called Eatin Out, which is episode 11 from season 3. Now, going out to a fancy dinner wasn't the first thing that Al and Peg had in mind to spend their money on that they received from an inheritance check from one of Peggy's dead relatives. They were actually going to take the money and go out on a vacation, but just the two of them. That is until they're stopped in their tracks by Kelly and Bud, who knew they were up to something suspicious. Now, it's after the Bundys see that they only got $237 from the inheritance check from Peggy's Uncle Henry. That's when they come to the realization that there's no way they can afford to go on a vacation. So now they're going to debate what to do with this money. Now, it's going to be after Steve and Marcy come by the house. They actually bring a doggy bag for Buck the dog, and they see the Bundys devouring what little is inside. That's when they give the Bundys a suggestion: just for once, go ahead and get dressed up and go out somewhere nice for dinner. Now, when the Bundys show up at the restaurant, there's definitely some funny moments to be had here as we see them steal silverware, do a little dancing, and when it comes to placing their orders, well, the waiter's gonna offer them things like fresh fish and vegetables, but Al's gonna say, nah, that's okay, give me 4 steaks and nuke them. Now, just as the food arrives at the Bundys' table, they will waste no time in showing their barbaric ways as they devour what's in front of them like absolute savages. Now, after finishing this meal, Al will do what he does best, and that's head off to the bathroom. Now, when he returns from the bathroom, he does order himself a cup of coffee. Now, Peg is going to be concerned that they might have run up too high of a bill, but Al, being the professional salesman that he has the bill figured out to the exact penny. Now, when Al goes to pay the bill, well, there's going to be one big problem. He actually left his wallet at home. Now, Al's going to have to come up with some creative ways to stall while he sends Kelly and Bud back home to retrieve his wallet. Now, when the kids go home, well, they kind of come up with another idea. As Kelly says, you know, Mom and Dad, they're not going to enjoy the meal anymore by paying for it. And if anybody can be a dine and dash, it's definitely going to be their parents. And what are Kelly and Bud going to do? Well, they're going to take the money that they got and go to a concert. Now, after waiting 2.5 hours for Bud and Kelly to return, well, Peg and Al are going to realize that the kids have left them to fend for themselves. Now, at first, Peg and Al are going to try to be slick about how they dine and dash, but with no other options, that's when Peggy's going to have to bring out the weapons of mass destruction. And by that, I mean Al's shoe and sock. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give the episode Eatin Out a 9 out of 10. Now, there's plenty of funny moments to be had here in this episode, but definitely one of my favorites is when Al is trying to scrounge up some money and he's going around to all the other patrons in the restaurant pretending to know them, all in hopes that they'll give him some cash to pay his bill. Now, what really makes this episode great is all 4 of the Bundys, they're really gonna get their way. Now, they all do enjoy a fine dining experience, and at the end of the day, well, they're not gonna have to drop a dime in order to pay for it. And plus, Kelly and Bud, from the beginning of this episode, they really wanted to go to a concert, and they're gonna get the money to go and see the band Tears and Vomit. Now, what are your thoughts on the episode Eatin Out? Comment down below, and what episodes of Married with Children would you like to see me review here on the channel? Definitely, you guys have come up with some great ideas. I know the Aliens episode has been thrown out there, and that one is coming by the end of the year, I promise. All right, guys, if you like Married with Children episode reviews like this, make sure you stay tuned in here to Toned In Entertainment for future videos.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.